I've been wanting to do this for so long. Live from New York, it's Saturday night main event and Raw and SmackDown review with Ringside Renaissance. Represent. Careful. Some people might get mad when you chant our name. We don't care. Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
We're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here with the RRW Weekly Review for everything WWE, baby. Yeah. Saturday night main event. A little bit of SmackDown maybe. And definitely Monday Night Raw. And of course, I'm here with the impeccable, most disrespectful, pretty, deadly Jesse. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What a day to be alive. What a day to be a pro wrestling fan. We had SmackDown. We had Saturday night's main event. We had WWE Raw. What a beautiful weekend for pro wrestling. I see a lot of people online that were pissed off. They thought that Saturday night's main event was a PLE and not just another regular TV show. They were upset about all the advertisements that were on it.
Weird.
Do your wrestling history, folks. This is just another TV show.
I mean, I don't know. I may be living in La La Land or in another dimension, but I seem to have watched it on TV.
Yeah.
On NBC. So I was expecting the commercials.
Yeah, I think some people across the pond maybe didn't get the memo, but
fair enough.
It just didn't really make sense to me. Like I said, if you know anything about WWE history, Saturday night's main event was always just a regular televised TV show. I didn't see where this would be any different because maybe it's on the weekend. People were a little bit upset, but we were spoiled back in the day, I guess, having wrestling on the weekends that wasn't a pay-per-view or a PLE. We used to have Saturday morning superstars and
it was all fun. It was good advertisement. You know, it was putting WWE's name out there on NBC live on a Saturday night. Like coming up for Netflix. Like,
yeah, it
important.
was a fun card too. A lot of probably predictable winners, but again, if you look back into the history of pro wrestling or history of WWFE, that's a lot of these events always had like kind of like this guy's gonna win. I watched a PLE, a Saturday night's main event from I can't remember when it was leading up to this, and they had like Hulk Hogan versus Bad News Brown, and it was like okay.
Right. You would get squash matches a lot on these things. At least we had I believe it was a marquee matchup.
Yes.
For all the matches. Like, they did a great job of, like I said, they put it out to a bigger audience of putting some of the biggest names that they have out there. Besides a few that I was a little, hurt that weren't there, of course. We didn't get Roman, we didn't get CM Punk, but I really enjoyed it.
And there was so people were like, there's going to be a surprise title change. And people were like convinced there was going to be a surprise title change. But then there was no title changes. So that's the surprise. Right. Because if you were all expecting a title change and there was no title change, then it becomes a surprise. There was no title change. And then people were upset about it. You just can't make people happy.
You can't make them happy. But you know what made me so happy about it?
What's that?
More than even like the matches and everything. It was just the whole presentation in general.
Yes,
like the introduction, the retro, the entrance ramp, where it's like really narrow, where when you walk through, everybody can kind of get a piece of you, and you can slap everybody's hand. Like when we were kids, who didn't want to run down that entrance ramp, and everybody just, it was like sports almost. Like you going through the huddle and you're slapping everybody's hands, getting some skin. Yeah.
Yeah, it made it more it made it more intimate, like I think being able to, because you see in like Raw and SmackDown or AEW or any of these other promotions, the entrance ramp's so wide, you get a couple high fives over here and a couple high fives over there, but everybody was just like right on top of it, all the performers coming out. So yeah, I really like that. I like the entrance way itself was very retro. Having Jesse the Body Ventura there in the snakeskin jacket and boas.
And he was back to his normal antics too.
Yeah, he didn't miss a beat, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially, he tried to drop the word union and they cut him off, though.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So to get to there, we had Friday Night Smackdown the night before, and that was in Hartford, Connecticut, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
And it started out with Jimmy Uso coming out to the ring. We haven't seen him since War Games, and he came out with a crutch because he has a broken toe. I've had broken toes before. I've never had a medical professional tell me I need to use a crutch for it. So,
well, it was his big toe.
Oh no,
so not the big toe.
No. God damn it,
Lord, yeah.
I take back my previous comments. Then, if it's the big toe, I think that's
the big toe gets a big crutch for Big Jim. As he referred himself to, and I guess that's his nickname, as we all know.
Yeah, we even got to see Jimmy eat a little bit.
Yeah, the crowd was yeeting, and he said, this it's the wrong brother, but it's cool. I still yeet too. We still get down together, even though we're family. We still yeet together.
Yeah, and then he was alluding to 2025 being Jimmy Uso's year, but this wasn't Jimmy Uso's night, because when he got done his promo, he turned around and he ate a claimer. So full. Man.
Big Jim ate the claimer. Yeah. Big Jim. How do you like that? Big Jim. Very fun.
Reminds me of Big John Studd.
Big John.
it just doesn't, I don't know. I don't think it rolls off the tongue as well.
Great camera job though, by WWE and by Drew McIntyre coming in and catching him right off guard. Like I didn't see it coming.
Open your eyes, damn it.
Yeah, open your eyes and your mouth. There's either three different types of people. I don't got to break all three down. Either you see it coming or you don't, or you fully embrace it. And Big Jim fully embraced the kick from Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre gave him one hell of a Claymore, man, and laid Big Jim out.
How do you like this kind of resurgence of Drew McIntyre so far? Obviously, it looks like he's going after the OG bloodline and ultimately probably Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But, man, he looks like he's on a mission from God, because
I thought he was on, like, God mode against CM Punk, and, like, when he had came back from to face Punk and do all that, he was, like, at his greatest we've ever seen him. Now, I think he's even found a higher level than that.
Mm-hmm.
He's even better with that busted open promo he did and talking about being away from WWE and his family and like taking everything so personal and blurring the lines. Like, it's so great. And it's so confusing too. Multiple things about it. Because like, who is he going after? Because he alluded to like all five? Or he's like one down, four, or like two down, three to go, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, is he still going after Punk? Is he not? Then I still got like questions about Jimmy because Jimmy was like, it's going to be Jimmy's year. So it's like, what's up with Jay and Jim? Are we not going to get them back together? Are we not going to have the Usos be a tag team too? Like, it left me with so many questions just from that whole segment. And with Drew.
Yeah, boy, it's really, they got a lot of irons in the fire, that's for sure. But the one thing that,
Yeah,
excuse me,
definitely.
the one thing that I think that we can kind of agree on, if nothing else, is that
Right.
when they have all these different directions WWE can go, they usually tend to find a good path that we're satisfied with.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't hit it out of the park every single time, but I love the element of leaving us guessing. I don't like things spelled out for me. I don't like when I predict something and it comes true exactly the way I said it, because then there's no fun in that. Like, I like having kind of that swerve to throw me off base and be like, holy shit, just when I think they're gonna zig, they zag, you know.
Right. And even if there might be like 5 different options and we might kind of maybe be able to predict them a little bit might happen, it's like we still got like these 5 different avenues that it could go, rather than just be like, oh, we know where it's going. Same old Vince, you know, same old McMahon stuff. So
what a shithead he is.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so interested to see where Drew McIntyre is going to go. What we did see in this was the semifinals of the Women's U.S. title tournament to crown the first Women's U.S. champion. We had Mi Chin, she won, advanced to the finals, and we had Chelsea Green defeat Bayley and advance to the finals. And we were going to see that finals match on Saturday night's main event. More on that later.
Yeah, but people were a bit taken back when Mi Chin won. I think almost a little bit of a gasp and a little bit of boos, actually, even though she's supposed to be the face and, you know, be over, because Tiffany Stratton is just elevating, you know, and she's kind of on that course now where people are behind her. But going against Chelsea Green, of course, how it stacked up, it made sense for Mi Chin.
Yeah, and I think Mi Chin's been a workhorse, especially this past year. And I think that even just to have her in that, Tiffany's on to bigger and better things. I don't think that it would have benefited Tiffany to win the tournament. So she was going to have to take a loss at some point anyway. And to have 2 women in the finals that had never held a singles title in WWE, it made it that much more interesting. Which one were they going to go with? And I'm sorry, which competitor was going to gut it out and come out on top? Made it more interesting for me anyway. We had Roman Reigns do this little vignette promo type situation, I guess. And
more cinema.
You know, it was a sinister cinema, because he was outside and talking about, you know, they defeated the New Bloodline at War Games, but he still doesn't have the Ulafala that, you know, that's his symbol that their predecessors gave to Roman Reigns to be the tribal chief. And he challenged Solo Sikoa to tribal combat on Netflix's debut on January 6th.
Ooh, tribal combat, baby. Let's go. Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
That's going to be interesting. That should be the main event, I think. You know, there was other matches announced, but I think because of the volume of that, what that holds in the WWE universe, I think that should be the main event.
Right.
And there might be a little bit something up WWE's sleeve for the end of that match. Time will tell.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm bringing this up, Braun Strowman came back. It's his first time I think we saw him since the last Monster Standing, I think. To take on Mello and promptly dispose of Mello.
Yeah, it was a squash match, and everybody thought we were going to get kind of like a special new person coming or like a special return. And, you know, the return, obviously, like you said, was Braun Strowman, but nothing surprising there.
Yeah. The thing that I liked
I
most
think
about
so.
it was seeing Braun Strowman backstage afterwards, and he ran into the greatest tag team in professional wrestling today, Pretty Deadly. You gotta give them credit. They were promptly trying to sell Braun Strowman about Pretty Deadly on Broadway.
The musical, baby. Yeah, they got the script wrote out and everything. You got to give them credit there. That's dedication. Like they haven't been on TV for a while, and rightfully so, because they've been working hard on that. So
Yeah, do you think I know they had given one of their rough drafts to Lin-Manuel Miranda. Maybe he's been working hard on that.
And if God forbid and hopefully they do get that, and that they do not throw away their shot.
Yeah. I would love it. I would be
front row tickets, baby. I'm
Yes.
dropping money on that. Yep.
So we had backstage Bianca and Naomi talking to Nick Aldis. This was something I kind of skimmed over, but
yeah.
And Nick Aldis telling Bianca that she would have to vacate her tag team title because Jade's going to be out longer than expected. And then Naomi kind of stepped in and said that you can't take her title from her. What if I step in and be the tag team champion with her, which is something we talked about our last episode.
Yeah. So are you thinking that they're in it together, or do you think it's just Naomi in it?
Just Naomi.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Boy, this whodunit is playing itself out.
As far as we can tell right now, for the most amount of evidence we have for doing our Ringside Renaissance private detectivism, it's definitely Naomi. Yeah. From everything that we've seen, it's gotta be, right? Who else?
As far as we know, it's definitely her.
Yeah, it's definitely her. From what they have told us. Now, could it be somebody else randomly else that they just gonna put in there? Absolutely.
I hope not.
Yeah. Same.
There's a lot of avenues that could be opened up from Naomi turning heel, going against Bayley, going against Jade, going against Bianca, going up into Royal Rumble season.
Right.
It'd be nice to have Naomi in the Royal Rumble as a heel, because I think there's a lot more prominent babyface women in WWE. So
yeah, true.
We had LA Knight backstage, baby. LA Knight was upset about Solo Sikoa sticking his nose into his business. And he said, "You stick your nose in my business, I'm going to stick my fist in your face. I'm going to stick my foot up your ass and take that oofalafa."
And stick it up your ass too.
Yeah. Oh man, LA Knight's and he's so over. Like,
yeah,
man, I don't remember a wrestler in WWE being as over as LA Knight is with the fans.
Yeah.
And not just get pushed to the moon.
And he always knows like the right thing to say now too. Like his one-liners, they just keep getting better, I feel like. And his timing is impeccable with them. Yeah. Those pecs. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, oh man. Yeah, so we had LA Knight versus Solo Sikoa. I didn't think, I didn't think either one of them should have taken a loss here, but it was a disqualification ended the match. So I think that was the only correct way to kind of go about that.
Right.
But man, it's nice to see. Now you think about it, a year ago, we had LA Knight kind of feuding with Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's feuding with Solo, who's tied into the biggest story in pro wrestling right now, is the Bloodline storyline. It's been going on for years now. So they are, LA Knight is elevating himself up to that main event status, even though it might not be the main event match on the card. He's constantly in the mix with the main event talent and holding his own. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, he's one of those players that remains with those people.
Mm.
He's in the company of greatness.
Yeah. To finish out Saturday night's main event, we had Cody Rhodes come out to the ring and tell Kevin Owens, "I'm not waiting until Saturday night's main event. I want a piece of your ass right now.
Damn you, Cody Rhodes. Where's Mama Rhodes at?
That's got to be, that's the pinnacle, I think. It's coming into WrestleMania season. Mama Rhodes needs to make a return.
Mama Rhodes should have got a pile driver.
Jesus, bro.
Mama Rhodes should have got pile drived.
I think when The Rock comes back, we're going to see a lot more of Mama Rhodes.
Oh, she's going to get the rock bottom all right.
Rock bottomed out.
Yeah.
Yes. So Kevin Owens was out in his car again and told Cody he wasn't going out to the ring. So Cody said, well, I'm just going to come out there then. And went through the curtain, and Kevin Owens surprised him. And
Cody getting too fired up. Getting too cocky, Cody.
Man, oh, man. And that was SmackDown. And that was, a great kind of bridge into Saturday night's main event. And we promptly hopped over to Saturday. I'm not going to keep doing it. Saturday night's all right for fighting.
Yes. And they did the intro live from New York. It's Saturday night main event. Woo!
With a returning Pat McAfee. Oh, it's great to see him. And a great pop from the crowd. So good.
Yeah.
The crowd was just heated. Joe Tessitore started out.
Yes.
He had Jesse the Body Ventura come in to it was almost like a Mean Gene Okerlund, Jesse the Body-esque intro to the event. The crowd was hot. They sent it down to ringside with Michael Cole, but before Michael Cole could even say anything, we heard Pat McAfee's music. He comes out. He makes his return to wrestling. Great pop from the crowd. Great outfit.
Yeah. We're so ready thrilled. To go. We're thrilled he's back. We're so happy.
Mm-hmm. It's just, it adds something. Michael Cole has been good with Corey Graves, and Corey Graves is good in his own right. And even Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett have been doing well on Raw. But I just think right now, as far as ones and twos, as far as commentators go, I think Michael Cole and Pat McAfee is my favorite combo.
Right.
I think Pat brings out he brings out something in Michael Cole that we hadn't seen before. Like, he just gets more excited and more juiced, and it just brings more of an energy when you're watching from home. It just brings more of an energy to the event.
Yeah, takes him out of his comfort zone, kind of. And yes.
Oh, I was in my comfort zone for this, man. This was just all around. I think the card placement was great. I think that the crowd was great. The commentary was great. The little video packages they did, the retro intro they did, mixing like old Saturday Night's Main Event kind of style with like the new up and coming storylines and what's happening in the WWE universe. The whole thing, I think, was just very well done and put together. And we started off hot because we had the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn, the underdog from the underground. And
what a way to start the show. Putting Drew McIntyre out there. You know he's going to perform. You know he's going to throw it down. He's going to carry that flag for the WWE, going live on NBC to everybody, to the not normal wrestling watchers that love to make fun of us. You show them, Drew.
This is something that... Okay, so this kicked off, they had the little fanfare and the intro and the talking and stuff like that. But who's the first pro wrestler you see come out and enter the ring? You see Drew McIntyre. What is he, like 6'6", probably weighs like 260, jacked, just embodies what a pro wrestler in people's heads, like what the pro wrestler is supposed to look like, the long hair, the beard. It just was like, okay, this is... To me, if I was a casual wrestling fan, or even not even a wrestling fan, just somebody flipping through the channels, and I see him walking through, it's like, holy shit, he's a presence. Like,
yeah, I would be like, damn.
Yeah,
I don't want to mess with him. Shit.
Yeah, no Diddy, but Diddy. But it was him versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn started off hot. He kind of jumped Drew, got into the mix of it. hard hitting match.
Hard hitting match. Yeah.
Sami tried doing like a spring, like a dive over the top. Drew McIntyre caught him, threw him over the announce desk. Oh, it was just really well done. And I think the right winner came out of this. I think Drew McIntyre needs a string of great wins against formidable opponents. I think Sami Zayn, even though he's always kind of been the underdog,
Right.
because he's the underdog, he always has that that ability to come out on top and win these matches.
Yeah,
So,
with that being said, like it being hard hitting, like Drew McIntyre was like dominant for that match, though. And I feel like it wasn't like a very long match either. It was over pretty damn quick. And Drew put him out of his misery and caught him with like that Claymore out of nowhere. Like
Yeah, but that's Sami playing to his strengths. Like I said, the underdog fighting from underneath. Drew McIntyre's the big imposing heel, the threat. That's the dynamic of that match just worked so well and it flowed so well. I think it was really well done. Drew gets another one up over the OG bloodline and continues his dominance, and I have no problem with it at all. I said this during the Punk feud. Drew has won me over as much as you know, he's a rapscallion. I gotta respect what he's doing because it's just so well done.
Yeah, Drew's on fire. We're loving it. He's working his way down the line. We're gonna see who he gets to next and who's in that path, because it seems like he's going after everybody that was in that match. We'll see if he leaves Punk out of it or if he's got to somehow get involved with his bullshit too.
What came in hot next for you anyway was the Women's World Championship. It was the champion Liv Morgan defending against the Mistress of the Sky, the
Master of the Sky.
The Master of the Sky. There we go. Yeah. Iyo Sky.
Yeah.
This one was quick for me. I felt like it was over before it began.
Yeah, I thought it was a quick match also. I mean, it was a good showcase for both women, the way that they presented them, for sure. They definitely gave them love for the audience and people tuning in. But yeah, it wasn't anything of a remarkable match. Iyo Sky had that nice moonsault off the second rope on the outside onto Liv. I thought that was cool and stuff. But yeah, quick match. Liv got the victory. I think some reason people thought Iyo was going to win.
Yeah,
a lot of people out there.
Did. Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't, I don't know.
I think any rational wrestling fan should realize by now that Liv's not going to lose that title till Rhea takes it from her. That's
right. Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. I mean, at this point, what has it been? It's been since WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, when Liv attacked Rhea backstage. That's been the feud the whole time. It hasn't it's not like either one of them have come off each other at all. That's what this is, and we're just gonna have to ride it till the wheels fall off, apparently.
Yeah, Liv's been going strong, baby. The best WWE Women's Champion of all time.
Jesus.
Liv Morgan. Watch me. Co-signed by Kombat Jones and Ringside Renaissance.
I think Santina Morella was probably a better one. I don't know if they ever won the title, but then we had the World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match: Finn Balor against DP, Damian Priest, and Gunther. And this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I was really convinced Finn Balor was winning this match.
Yeah, a lot of people were too. They made it seem like that somewhat.
But if Gunther needed a match to kind of reassert himself as being like a dominant force and a dominant world champion, this is it right here, because he
took them both out by himself, single-handedly. Didn't need no help. Didn't need any interference. Nothing. Clean win for Gunther.
Yeah. I've never seen a triple threat match end like that. Like, he just goes outside, takes out one of them, goes back in the ring, takes out the other one, and boom, I win.
Yeah.
Like,
where did we go from here now? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, where is Gunther going to kind of go from here? It's interesting because it's like
Finn's out of that picture now too for the
Yeah.
championship. It's like you had your chance now. Like,
man, I'm just the more I see him, the more I want Gunther just to hold that title like he did for like the Intercontinental title. Like I didn't want that at first. I'm like, oh, here comes another title reign. But the longer he's holding it, I'm like, just let Gunther just do what he does.
Let him go. Yeah, let him
Mhm.
talk. Let him do his thing. Yeah.
And the great
They
part
all showed
about
out. Yeah.
yeah, and the great part about that is when he finally does lose, it's going to be a surprise. Like, holy, Gunther finally lost. Like, that's fun in itself. I mean, having the undisputed champion and the world champion both hold the titles for so long, it does get maybe a little bit stale for some people, but
Right.
bring
People
it on.
like a bit of a surprise, but yeah, when it's finally time for Gunther to lose, somebody's gonna have to really lay his ass out.
Man,
like it's gonna be interesting.
We're looking at you, Kaiser.
Yeah.
The women's U.S. first ever inaugural
There you go.
U.S. women's champion. We get there. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
We figured it out. Thank you, Google. We had Michin versus Chelsea Green. Because
Green.
Because I wanted Michin to win, I was a little bit disappointed with this.
I was happy. I was rooting for Chelsea.
Did you like the little Chelseas all over her clothes?
Yeah. Can't have enough Chelseas.
Yeah. Oh man, with the hair that moved when she walked and stuff. I
thought it was pretty good. I mean,
I wonder how Tony Khan feels about Matt Cardona tweeting about it constantly
and holding the title.
Yeah, Matt Cardona
at Disney World.
Yeah. It's either one of these people. Like I said, they're just, they kind of did their thing. This was a rematch from the dumpster match they had back earlier in the year on SmackDown. I suppose Chelsea Green had to get a win back. It's nice to see her hold the title. I don't know if that either.
They both deserved it, but neither of them are going to hold that title for a long time.
You don't think it's going to be a hot potato?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you think it's going to be a hot potato? Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. We'll see.
I think it's smart to have mid-card titles switch hands a lot, so like the main titles don't have to. So we have some sort of title changes. So, that being said, I want Nia Jax to drop her title, but
yeah. I thought the end of the match was good, though. I like how it turned into the Unprettier from like the top rope. It was kind of unconventional of what we've seen Chelsea do too, and out of her moveset to be able to reverse things like that. Like she's kind of got that factor, like unpredictable factor, like how she normally wrestles and what she does, and when she does something that she's not normally doing in the ring like that, like for the move set. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. We don't say move set. No. We leave that for Hangman idiots. Yeah.
It's funny.
But it came out of nowhere. It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, and the only thing is when she does the Unprettier, for me personally, it's just a personal thing. Yeah. I wish she wouldn't jump when she did it because it seems like it ruins the impact a little bit. If she would just drop with it, yeah. When she it looks like she jumps and just lets go and just they fall down.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I would kind of just like it to be full, almost like how Christian does it. It looks like it's got more impact.
I like that she made it different. That's actually what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah, she could have just came up with a different finisher and just made it really different. But yeah, Chelsea Green, congratulations. First ever women's United States champion. And the belt fits her well.
Yeah.
The little white ones.
Oh, yeah.
The main event of the night, we had Kevin Owens challenging the American Nightmare, the son of a plumber, the WWE undisputed champion, Cody Rhodes.
Whoa. Yeah, what a pop. And then Kevin Owens would have popped with that T-shirt, the Canadian Nightmare, Kevin Owens. You got to give credit to Kevin Owens, this whole run he's had with Cody with these T-shirts too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Stardust one on SmackDown. I forgot to say that really.
Yes. He had. Yeah. Your best moment was Stardust.
Yeah.
Like dropping bombs on Cody. And then you had the Stardust T-shirt. He wearing the Cody Rhodes T-shirt,
Dusty Rhodes one,
the Dusty Rhodes T-shirts. Yeah, all of them. Like
he wore the Cowboy Bob Orton back when he was feuding with Randy Orton. Just the placement of what he's doing and when he's doing it is really great. Yeah. So, it was pretty much heavily teased, and we all kind of knew it was coming. The Cody Rhodes came out with the Winged Eagle Championship. Looked great. It looked great on him. I think that looks better than the current rendition of the title.
I agree. But people still were not happy. Oh, that's a replica. That's not the same.
Yeah,
this is the one from this year. That's the actual. This one. It's that one. I'm like, I don't give a damn. The thing looked cool. At least they let him use it and they brought it back. I don't care if they went and grabbed it off the merchandise rack and then put it on wrapped it around. I'm like, who gives a damn? Like, get over it.
And it doesn't make sense. Like, do you think that they only used one title for all those years? They had multiple titles that they used. I mean, I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. But people are just going to find anything to bitch about online. And it's really frustrating. But at the same time, it was really cool to see him come out with it to a big pop from the crowd. Like you said, coming down that narrow aisleway as the champion, it just gave it like a big feel. And they were in the ring. Lillian Garcia is amazing, by the way. I haven't had a chance to say this much since she came back, but Lillian Garcia, I think, is just right back in lockstep.
She was better this time. She's back in her groove for that one. I'll say. I
like ring announcers that put over the importance of the match without trying to steal the show. And I think that's kind of where she's at with it. And you're not going to see her posting thirst traps on social media every Wednesday just to try to get views and likes. So shout out Lillian Garcia.
Because if she did, that would be a gilf.
She a grandma?
I don't know.
I thought you had the inside scoop on that. Okay. Wepa. So,
we miss you, Samantha.
No, we don't.
I miss you.
Oh, Jesus. Watch out. Ricochet's going to come for you.
I don't want to catch some Ricochet from that one.
Yeah. He'll come in and cut a terrible promo on you.
Yeah.
So, So
I really responsible for all of Ringside Renaissance single-handedly.
Oh, man. He probably was. Yeah, so this was a good match. Kevin Owens played the heel really well. He worked that ankle that was hurt that they were selling. No, I'm sorry, not that they were selling. It was legitimately hurt. And this is a callback from their match that they had. I feel like this is a callback from a match that they had at Clash at the Castle, where in that match, Kevin Owens didn't want to take the cheap way out to get one over on Cody Rhodes because they were still friends at the time. But in this match, he was taking every kind of angle he could to try to get over on Cody and take advantage of him. I like that they dropped that in. It was well done.
Yeah. Great by the commentary team too, and having Jesse the Body Ventura on the commentary talk about it and like take Kevin Owens' side during every little thing. It was so hilarious. Good. It kind of like took Michael Cole off guard a little bit. Like he didn't know how to respond to it. He's trying to like make up for all this stuff that he's saying, but it was great.
Jesse the Body's the treasure, man. It was that was just vintage Jesse the Body Ventura on commentary, always siding with the heel. And
I wouldn't say Kevin Owens is a heel in this either.
He's here we
doing the right thing. Jesse the Body Ventura is just very smart and was pointing out the facts.
Calculated. Okay, he's not just a conspiracy theorist. He points the facts out.
That's true. Yeah, there is no. It's a immaculate constellation of facts.
What's with these drones?
I don't know. What's with this thing I seen in the sky?
Yeah, man.
This spinning wheel.
On our Saturday night's main event kickoff show, we had the Wyatt Sucks take over our show again, and shout out Kick Ash Podcast. She said that's where the drones are coming from. So
that's what they said during the thing, that they hacked the mainframe network and sent out their drones.
Yeah. So
that's what Bunghole the Bunny said. So
it's
yeah,
man, oh man, that's right. Oh my goodness.
But that's when I messaged you. When I had that experience, I happened to look out the window, and for 2 nights in a row, I seen 2 unexplained things.
Jesus,
it's just
I want to see something. Damn it,
just weird. I don't know.
Send them my way. Let us know in the comments if you've had a drone experience. Anyway, back to Saturday night's main event here. So
yeah, and shout out to Kick Ass. We appreciate you.
Shout out to Bunghole the Bunny, even though we don't like your ass. So
yeah.
So like I said, Kevin Owens was kind of trying to take the cheap way out, the cheap road, if you will, and the referee ended up getting taken out. Poor Charles Robinson got taken out. Kevin Owens got a 3 count on Cody though, because he hit the stunner. He pinned Cody. He had like a 7 count and then realized the referee was taken out.
What a travesty. He thought he had
a second referee came in, and that referee got wiped out.
He took a cross body. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That referee really ate one.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Owens realized he couldn't beat the American Nightmare on his own. Oh no. He just couldn't do it. Like, the only person Kevin Owens has to blame is himself. Shout out Michael Cole. And he went out of the ring, got a chair. You don't think so?
No, it seems more like a conspiracy with the drones and everything else that's going on, that the refs are conspiring against him because he had that 7 count. So he had to even the odds some way or another, because clearly the machine of WWE wants Cody Rhodes to win. Being their flagship little golden boy.
What did you think about, and let us know in the comments what you all thought about Cody Rhodes using the chair during his crossroads to get the win. And it's not just like he accidentally did it. He calculated that. He looked right at it. Ring.
He looked right at it. I seen you, Cody. I seen that twinkle in your eye. You're going back to old Cody. I think he may have been possessed by the WWE mark again. Use the chair. The last time the chair was used in a championship win was 1997 at the Survivor Series.
Do you think that, man, a lot of people were upset about this. So he got the crossroads on the chair, pushed the chair out of the ring, pinned Kevin Owens. Charles Robinson couldn't even get back in the ring, which is not a legal pin. Yeah. Not a legal pin with the referee outside of the ring, unless you're in World of Hurt and they don't have a ring big enough to have the referee inside of it.
No, that's Pac. That's Pac.
Shout out World of Hurt.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Pac and you can't fit inside the ring, you can just whatever. But anyway, so this was the 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens lost. Cody Rhodes retained the Winged Eagle, and that was the end of Saturday night's main event on air.
Yeah,
but there was some post event stuff that happened that happened after Saturday night's main event went off the air. That was more intriguing probably than this match itself.
Sure was. Now, do you think that this was supposed to be meant, some of it to be on TV, and they just kind of ran over and they couldn't get what they wanted for the show on TV, for the broadcast? Or do you think it was specifically timed to be just for the audience and just for the cameras to pick up?
I think that it was, I think it was the latter, because I think that this whole social media boom that they've been doing and stuff being caught on social media,
it's working.
And the after effects, I really think they're kind of trying to embrace that. And
it does work too. It seems, it causes more people to talk, more controversy, more people share it, of course. So they're going to get more clicks. They're going to get more shares. That makes sense. Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah, it just I'm appalled. I'm absolutely appalled
Ugh,
with Kevin Owens. I mean, it's not just a pile driver. This was the package pile driver, and it just was devastating. And I believe that they said that Cody Rhodes had spinal contusions because of it.
yeah, well
Um,
deserved.
no, dude, did you hear the crowd? Go
Yeah,
back and watch the video. The crowd chanted, "You deserve it" to Cody Rhodes.
that's what I'm saying.
What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the American nightmare.
Well, I mean, he
Those New
got what
York
he
crowds,
deserved.
man.
You deserved it.
No.
He used the chair. That sounds like, if you believe in karma, there you go.
This was karma. Kevin Owens brought the chair into the ring, and karma bit him in the ass by the chair being used on him. And I'll tell you this much: nobody deserves a package pile driver. Okay,
Oh,
because
who got the last laugh? Kevin Owens.
I'm just appalled by it. Like a package pile driver, those end careers. And
Yeah.
I mean, this is supposed to be sports entertainment. It's supposed to be a competitive atmosphere, but also a safe environment for the competitors. And Kevin Owens is just going off on his own, and I am really just suspend him. Nay,
No.
fire his ass.
Oh man, what
Send
a move,
him over
too.
to the other promotion where he can hurt them over there. Like this is a professional outfit. I'm appalled by it. Now he took the winged eagle and went up the aisle and was confronted by Triple H, which was surprising to me.
Chief CEO Content Officer Paul Levesque.
So
Triple H.
do you think that there's going to be more to that, or do you think that was kind of just like a?
I don't know. People are saying now we're definitely getting Kevin Owens versus Triple H on Netflix. I don't think so. I don't know. I just think Triple H is just like doing what Nick Aldis does, doing what Adam Pearce does. He was there in Gorilla. He was appalled. They had to take Cody's little ass out in a stretcher. Cody is Triple H's little golden boy for the company right now. He let him use that title, so of course he wasn't happy that Kevin Owens stole that title and grabbed and tried to walk out with it. So Triple H had to get that title back. That thing, you've seen the case it came in. Obviously, it came out of like the hall of like the museum or something, somewhere very special. So
yeah, looks.
I think he was more concerned about the title than Cody Rhodes. Maybe.
Yeah, it looks nicer than the briefcase Marina Shafir is carrying around.
Yeah.
I think it sold the moment more.
Yeah.
Like the guy running WWE comes out and was like, yo, this is too much. Like it could be Nick Aldis, it could be Adam Pearce on Raw, but the fact that Triple H is coming out and being like, what the hell are you doing? Like it sold the moment even more.
Right. I saw somebody saying he might be, I don't know, did I say that a special guest referee between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, but I don't know if they would do that either. I don't see the point in it, really, honestly. I don't know.
On Netflix, maybe?
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be a big match.
Yeah, it'd be a big match, be a big deal to put Triple H in there, but we know how it's going to end, though. Right? Yeah, so it's just like, how's that angle going to work into it? I don't know, but I'll say I wasn't enthralled with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes like when we were first advertised it like months ago, right? With everything, because it seemed predictable, and it's like, oh, we know who's going to win, but what they did with the story with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, all jokes aside, like I really began to appreciate it, and I really like it now, and I think it's good. At least leading up to this point with what they kind of changed with it and made it personal between the two and brought out both sides of them and the car interviews and everything with it. It's
Yeah, I like Kevin Owens much better as an antagonist. I think that's where he shines, and I think it brought out more fire in Cody Rhodes that we hadn't seen in a while. And but to go back to the previous thing of people saying Triple H versus Kevin Owens, if Triple H was to ever come out of retirement, which I don't think he ever will, if you remember before WrestleMania a couple years ago, he came out and put his boots in the ring and retired, but I think
Batista.
If he were ever to come back and do one more match, and this is no disrespect to Kevin Owens whatsoever, because I've been a fan for a long time, but I think it would be a lot higher profile match than Triple H and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think it'd be like a WrestleMania.
Yeah, like a
moment.
Triple H and Stone Cold or something. You know what I mean? Like something
Yeah.
higher profile than that. And that's no disrespect to Kevin Owens at all. But I think that if Triple H were to come out for one more match, I think it would be something that had some sort of lore to it. And it wouldn't be that. But
now, even as a guest referee, I guess it's possible. Anything's possible in the WWE universe, right? But I don't know.
You know what seems impossible?
What?
This amazing guitar riff you're about to play before we head on over to Raw. But Kombat Jones makes the impossible possible with those licks.
True. Yes.
Hit it. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. And this was in Boston, Massachusetts, man. If I knew that it was going to be in Boston and I had more personal time for work, I would have taken the night off and gone out to Boston. Was a fun crowd, a lot of history there. I looked on social media before Raw started, and Adam Pearce came out and said that Raw was going to be kicked off by the Second City Saint CM Punk, and he came out to the ring and he just laid it down on the line like he always does. Yeah,
like he said to the audience, careful, don't chant my name too loud. You're gonna piss off somebody. And he went nuclear, I would say, on Seth Rollins. Hell of a promo between the two. Honestly, they both killed it. Not going to quote it all because it's out there, but man, it was great. He was dropping some bombs on him.
Yeah, he's talking about Liberace, looking like Liberace. Then he was like, not that there's anything wrong with that.
I don't want to offend the woke people out there. You know, I love Liberace. You know,
I don't know if he said that, but yeah.
He said he Liberace.
No, he didn't say the
cool.
woke part. He didn't say the
Oh
woke
no,
part.
he didn't. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
that was Kombat Jones.
I didn't say that either.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come out and walk like this.
Talk like this.
Yeah. CM Punk just kind of laid out. This is just a classic CM Punk promo to build the tension and build like the angst between them.
Who does it better? Who does it better?
Nobody really.
Come on.
It just makes a lot of sense. I feel like the crowd was a little bit kind of at the beginning of it, but he kind of brought them into it. He brought them on the ride, you know, and he kept saying, well, you know, he's like, every time I start talking, he interrupts, and he kept looking at like the entranceway, like Seth Rollins' music was going to start.
He'd be waiting for him to be interrupted and not be able to finish his point.
That was a great little added little feature he did in it. Talked about Seth Rollins' stupid song, and the crowd started doing it, and he's like, "Yep, that's the one." And
that's it. Yep.
Yeah. It was
talked about
good.
how he's not tougher than Drew McIntyre, right?
Yeah. And he said there's not going to be enough staples to put you back together when I'm done with you, or something like that, which is a call back to the staples with Drew McIntyre.
And when he kind of asked the crowd who was tougher, Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins, and the crowd was pretty decisive. They were saying Drew.
Yeah.
They were implying. Like,
yeah, this was very well done. Like I said, building the anticipation for this match. And I think a lot of WWE fans' minds, this match is something we've wanted since Survivor Series of last year when Punk returned. And then Seth
talked about how there's no bad students, there's only bad teachers. And that how he's going to have to teach Seth Rollins now.
Oof.
And, you know, just because you wear Elton John glasses doesn't make you Elton John. Just because you lace up your boots and do CM Punk stuff don't make you CM Punk. Yeah.
I'm going to do you some learning.
He couldn't get Seth to interrupt him. So he did. He finally figured it out. Told the crowd, just keep saying my name, and Seth Rollins will appear.
Mm-hmm. And then Seth Rollins did appear, and he appeared from his
CM Punk. CM Punk. CM Punk.
And he appeared from his old Shield entrance, and he wasn't wearing like the flamboyant attire.
No.
It was just a leather jacket. He looked really good here, actually. He looked professional, like serious. I have a hard time taking Seth Rollins serious with these feuds when he wears like the over the top outfits. So when he wears something like this, I tend to take him more seriously.
Right.
And CM Punk said, "Oh, it's fitting for you to come out from that way since you're the biggest CM Punk fan."
Yeah, that's where the fans sit.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Seth Rollins like, if I see you from here or whatever. No, you're still an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still look like an asshole from here. Yeah.
The whole thing was well done until they
yeah. Seth Rollins said, regardless of whatever you want to say, I still have more WrestleMania main events than you. And that just, Seth fell off.
He was pissed. Those were fighting words right there. The brawls need some work. I'm not gonna lie. It's like they both get to each other and then don't know what to do.
It's like they're on a Love and Hip Hop or Real Housewives or Baddies Brawl.
Jerry Springer.
It's surprised they don't grab their hair and just.
Yeah, to me it feels like they get to each other expecting like someone to be in between them to pull them right apart, and there's no one there to pull them right apart, so they like don't know what to do. But we all know from CM Punk's history that he has no problem choking somebody out. So
or punching somebody in the face. Yeah.
So I would have liked to see a little bit more of that, but there was a continuous thing. So they were out in the crowd fighting. They come back in the ring. They're fighting. They get pulled apart again. Then they both jump over the rail and run around and meet each other in the crowd again to start fighting.
It's just comical at this point. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous because I'm not really a fan of those angles where they just constantly have to break through the security and get to each other. Like, how many times do we see it with every heated rivalry that they just can't take it anymore? It's almost like we see it once a show with
we saw it multiple times in this show.
With whoever it is. But at least they went out through the crowd, gave the audience what they paid for a little bit, and mixed it up a little bit. I'll say that. And they do have the animosity there. And then, like, when we got Seth and Punk were scrapped, right? Because Punk had got hurt in the Royal Rumble and all that type of stuff. Wow, I just seen an orb. That was weird. Couldn't have been a bug.
They followed you home.
They followed me. Yeah. Shout out to Lou Elizondo.
Yes.
So Punk and Seth were scrapped, and we had got Punk and Drew, of course. And then we're like, oh, did we even really want Punk and Seth? But after Punk and Drew was so great, but now we're remembering that Punk and Seth probably is going to be even better. And it is, because they actually have that there, the past. And we all still remember. We didn't forget. They made it brand new. They made it fresh. They're both amazing. They're both on top of their game.
Yeah, I think the Drew and Punk feud, the way it turned out, was just a silver lining of a cloud, because we were going to get a Punk and Drew feud, but Punk getting hurt, I think, elevated that feud to just a whole nother dimension. And so now we finally get to get Seth and Punk, and I hope this goes to WrestleMania. Some feuds I get kind of bored and stale with, but I hope they kind of fight. They have so after all this, Adam Pearce announced that on the debut episode on Netflix, it's going to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins. And I hope after that match, they kind of just sort of go their separate ways a little bit until the Royal Rumble. Then they meet back up, and then it goes. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like an every week thing. Because I think that would it would kind of get boring, I think, after a while. But
Yeah, I guess it's clear it's got to go to WrestleMania because with so much talk of the WrestleMania main event from Seth and with Punk and, interrupting, it kind of plays into the story. So,
What about this? Like,
yeah.
fantasy book a little bit, like Seth throwing Punk out of the Rumble
Mm-hmm.
and essentially screwing CM Punk out of the WrestleMania main event.
Right.
The next pay-per-view, Elimination Chamber,
Yeah.
Seth wins the title, but Punk goes to the Elimination Chamber and wins the number one contender spot.
I'm here for it. As long
You know
as
what
it
I mean?
means
Like, he
Punk
gets
is there.
screwed
Yeah.
from the Rumble,
Right.
and that would mean
Seth,
somebody from...
sacrifices himself to also take Pepsi Phil out of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's got to go back to the Rumble or to the WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm here for it. Braun Breaker defended his IC title against Ludwig Kaiser. Another great match. Ludwig Kaiser continues to impress me. Braun Breaker continues to impress me. I think these are two future world champions. I think Kaiser needs to probably put a little weight on, but
right.
Just really well done. We've talked about this at nauseum. I'm not going to keep going on about it, but the Kaiser's ability to make people look bigger than him look like they're actually in danger of losing, and make it believable is just it's art. At that point, that's art, because a lot of these smaller guys fighting bigger guys, and it's like, yeah, okay. But when Kaiser does it, there's something about his like veracity and his menace that when he does it, it just I'm bought in. Like, Kaiser's really putting him in a tight spot right now.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, and Braun does the same thing, and Braun cut him in half, and
poof.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker retains the IC title. The New Day, man, they're not welcome in the locker room anymore.
They're not. Yeah.
We had Pink Mysterio come out and tell him that he's a locker room leader, and the guys just don't want them in the locker room anymore. We saw what you did to Big E, and we're just
Punta.
We're not with it.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Poor New Day.
Yeah. They were even outside of TD Garden, engaging with the crowd.
Yeah, making fun of their shoes.
Yeah. The crowd wouldn't have it.
And these are the same guys that were wearing Sultan shoes and everything else in matches 2 years ago, and now they're putting down other people for their shoes.
Yeah. Well.
Funny how the turntables.
Yes.
Was surprising to me. We had Rollins and McIntyre backstage having kind of a face-off, and McIntyre was kind of pitching to Seth Rollins about they're both of their trajectories and where they were going, and what was going to be happening, and how his feud with Punk ended up. And
interesting. After the line
that
they wanted to team up, maybe.
I don't think Rollins necessarily does, but it sounds like McIntyre was open.
Drew wants to, so maybe Drew's going to kind of conspire or find a way to prove to Seth that he needs his help to get some type of tag match, which I don't understand. Yeah, it left me with more questions, which is good, right? Because it's like, where are they going to go with this? Because it's like an X factor. How does this play into this? We thought they were done, but clearly they're not. They have mutual enemies, so
yeah, and a friend and an enemy. Oh, because he said that, because they said that Drew was talking about Roman Reigns being his enemy, and Sami and Jimmy and Jay, and Seth said, well, my mission earlier this year was to take down Roman Reigns, and who helped me? Sami and Jay helped me. So like, they're my friends.
Right.
So he doesn't want to embark on this mission with Drew because he has friends involved in it. But you know what? One of them reared his ugly head because Sami jumped in, and he's not done with Drew McIntyre's ass. Pause.
Nope.
He jumped in and fought him backstage, and here was another pull apart. And
yeah,
it looks like we're going to continue this Drew and Sami thing.
Yeah, he ain't done.
Which didn't really... Sami lost clean. Drew beat him clean. I don't know why Sami would be so upset, but I guess he just wants more of Drew.
Yeah,
maybe because
it is a little confusing. Yeah, because where's Jay then too? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Is Jay going to be the one that comes back and takes out Drew? I think Drew needs to win all of these. But did you see during the pull apart, Sami went to just kind of throw a punch during the pull apart, and Drew like lunged forward as Sami was throwing the punch, and it looked like he caught one right in the jaw.
He got one. Yeah.
It looked like he got one. It was
receipts.
Yeah, it was. Right before they cut the camera away, I said, "Oh man, it looked like Sami really took one, or Drew really took one."
I can take that.
Almost Scottish Warrior. That's nothing to me. Yeah. What else happened on Raw? We had Zoe Stark advanced to the semifinals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament, and I picked Zoe Stark to win this whole thing. Zoe or Lyra, but it was good to see her kind of get some shine. I like her in the ring. Kaden Chance was in the ring. She did really well in this match. And Raquel Rodriguez was also there, or Kaden Carter. I'm sorry,
Kaden Carter. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, all these names. How am I supposed to remember them all?
Yeah, we kind of got that little teaser from the Wyatts. Sort of. People think, I don't know. There's all types of. We'll see how the LFC has to say, but some people are saying that Bo's gonna go back and turn into the Fiend now because he can't do it by himself.
Because he lost one match.
Howdy can't do it, so he's got to go back to being the Fiend. And yeah, we kind of got this little teaser promo thingy, right, of the other Wyatt members, sort of.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to really...
that's just going to me, that would kill the whole Uncle Howdy character, as terrible as it is, just to go back to the Fiend now. Now you're fully embracing that you're just a damn tribute band.
You can't do it yourself. You can't do it as Howdy. Now you got to,
If he fully goes full Fiend, then it's full tribute band. It's like, this is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not going to dwell on that because I'm not going to give people the time or energy. Karrion Kross is backstage. The Miz was like, hey, we took out the Wyatt Six. We're done. And Karrion Kross says, it's over when I say it's over.
Listen to Daddy.
I like Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Really won me over. Then we had that weird teaser video little thing that everybody on the internet is breaking the internet, as they say. Who is coming? It just I'm sure a lot of people are right now.
Across
Do you
the
think
world.
If we want to think about it, like right now, somebody just came. So
the amount of ropes constant that cover the world.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Like every second of the day, potentially.
Somebody's always coming or going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's R.I.P.
Yep.
Now, how many of them are actually doing it to you? That's the question.
I mean,
9. Oh man! So anyway, we had this little
top
symbol,
level, majestic security clearance, confidential information.
We had this little logo and this little kind of video package thing, and it's setting the internet afire to wonder who is going to be the next person potentially debuting or returning. I think it's Penta Gon Jr. It depends on what name he's going to bring.
Right. We didn't get official announcement from WWE, I believe, but we had got like the announcements out there that he did sign with WWE. I don't know how.
In the zero with the line through it, just to me sounds like Zero Fear.
Yeah. And he will await his brother, Rey Fenix.
Oh man.
When
they get there, it's going to set the crowd on fire. Free
Rey. Free the Lucha Brothers. Tony Khan. Son of a bitch.
Free Rey. Free Ricky Starks.
Yeah, free him too.
And free all of us from having to watch this close as a company. Yep. The main event, I know this is something you're looking forward to. The tag team titles were on the line. The Judgment Day versus the Viking War Raiders.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Hey, we had got a little backstage earlier with Liv and Dom and Finn and Raquel and in the clubhouse with the crew playing their 2K. I don't know. It seems kind of like I get this weird vibe between like we said, like there's a split with the Judgment Day, and I feel like Dom and Liv are still kind of on that side, and I don't know if Finn has anything to do with her at this point. It's interesting, or they're playing it off very well if they are.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure because it's like what?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Liv wants Dom to be the one that actually runs the group or something, because they were kind of like being sarcastic and mocking Finn, like, yeah, we do whatever Finn says and it works, like. So I don't know. Who knows?
It just turns into like what version, if you were to kick anybody out of the Judgment Day and keep the Judgment Day together in any sort of like iteration, like what would be the most plausible group?
Right.
Who would they kick out? Who would they keep? And so on and so forth, because we also had Rhea in the ring with Liv a little bit later on after that, and
before that too, when Raquel had lost him, or
yes,
or whatever it was. Yeah.
And then Rhea came out to the ring and was talking about Dom's small pecker. So I don't know if Dom's going to go back to her now, because she's really driving home the fact that thing isn't very well there. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with it. I've kind of lost interest in it. I mean, I'm over the Judgment Day stuff, to be honest with you. If I got to be 100% honest, the whole concept of the Judgment Day, I'm over.
I'm over it, except Liv and Dom. Yeah.
Yeah, you're under Liv. But
over, whatever.
Yeah, so the tag team title match, Finn Balor eventually went out to grab a chair to take out the Viking War Raiders, and someone grabbed it from behind. And
it's Damian Priest in a hoodie.
Those hoodies are amazing, man. I got to get one off WWEshop.com.
Oh, yeah.
No one knows the identity of the people wearing those hoodies. So
absolutely not.
He ends up slamming Finn against the railing, and the Viking War Raiders get their finisher. They win the tag team titles. It was an emotional moment. Those guys came back from potential career-ending injuries, both of them, to win the tag titles.
Yep.
Nothing but respect for that. I'm not a big War Raider fan, but
yeah,
you got to respect them almost having their careers ended and coming back and being in a position to win the tag titles again.
Yeah, they've won me back over again. I'm back on their side, and I'm cool with them. I'm glad that they won. Glad that the Finn and JD thing is over with the tag titles, because that was going nowhere and just annoying.
Yes.
And much respect to the War Raiders, Vikings, like you said.
Now, do you think they had to drop those tag titles at this point if they were going to do any kind of split with the Judgment Day? Because
right,
I think
because
those
now
are kind of muddying the waters.
Yeah, now it looks like what he's saying is not working, right? He lost his title match.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his title match. Liv's still the champion. He's still never pinned Damian Priest, I believe.
Not yet, no.
No, and yeah, they lost their title. So what can they say? Liv's the only one with the title. Liv's the only one with the power now. So,
Jesus, isn't that a scary thought?
Liv's on top of the Judgment Day. Just how many of them is she on top of?
Yeah, probably all of them at certain points.
Whose ass is the apple?
Let us know in the comments. So that was your weekend review for WWE SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, and Raw.
Yeah.
What were your favorite moments? What were your least favorite moments? What do you want to see moving forward?
Well, SmackDown was pretty good. I like Big Jim. I like seeing Big Jim come back and get on the mic. I thought that was good. I really enjoyed that. Saturday night main event was amazing. Jesse the Body Ventura, of course. Ventura. Yeah, the retro Kevin Owens, that package pile driver to the golden child, Cody Rhodes, amazing. And Raw, the highlight of it for me, obviously, was CM Punk and Seth Rollins going forward. Loved it. Can't wait to see what they do next. So great.
to end the show, we got a couple responses. We asked what people thought of Saturday night's main event, and there's a few responses here. One was, oh boy, here we go. This Nemex6 on wrestling on Nemesis official. Shout out. He was in the live actually earlier on in the day, but I can't pronounce your name to save my life. He said, I was robbed, but 7 out of 10. Those commercials killed the mood, but I feel that Finn or Damian should have won. Should have win. I feel like Finn should have won, but yeah, I think a lot of people got misled by it being on a Saturday night with the commercials and stuff. I was okay with it because I knew what it was moving into it, but I could see where people were upset. But
yeah.
Earl Cole at WWE Earl C said, I gave the show a B.
Okay. For Saturday night main event, of course.
Yes, this is all Saturday night's main event. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll give the show my D.
Hey.
At Sarah Rishti at Dragonflight 126 said it was something, but Kevin was out of line by breaking Cody's neck.
Sarah, no. He didn't break his neck. Stop. We love you, Sarah, but no. No.
Nah, but
Kevin Owens is doing what he's got to do. Cody was the one that was out of line. Look what he could have done with that crossroads to Kevin Owens on the top of his head on that chair. Like, potentially. Oh.
I'm with you, Sarah. At AJ Cattle Famo Jr. at AJ Cat Jr. said, loved it. I hope it becomes a regular thing. Jesse the Body Ventura was great. Sounds just like he did 40 years ago. The Damien coat had me in stitches.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, I agree with everything. I really like this event. I like Saturday Night Main Event. Shout out to AJ. I know he listens, and we appreciate you.
Yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to everybody that was on the live with us, too.
Yes. Yep.
During the main event. Carly Savage wanted to come live, but she had other stuff going on. Next time, we try to get more people on. Of course, shout out to her. I know she loved the retro stuff. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Mikey FPW that came on and was throwing his moves down, of course. Yeah. To that hit song, Billboard Top 10 hit that AIW Wrestling produced, Ringside Renaissance, the theme song. Yeah.
Beautiful thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to hitting the turnbuckle and the Kick-Ass podcast. Always a great time.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the love. But yeah, we agree with it. Great time. Thought it was a good Saturday night's main event. Nick at LI Raiders said it was a ton of fun. It reminded me of being a kid in the 80s. Pulled of a fun show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I agree.
And Akshat Purohit. Akshat Purohit. You know who you are. Was expected some surprises and match quality was okay, but overall 6 out of 10. But love that Eagle belt. We love the Eagle belt as well, if you haven't been able to tell. So shout out to all the comments and shout out to everybody following along with us. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you know when our videos come out.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the year. You already know that. 6K. We here, baby. Represent. Yeah. We doing it big. And the new year is coming. New changes. We're working on all types of stuff. New graphics. New updates. You just have to stick around and see. We're going to take you for a ride. Ringside Renaissance Riders. You already know. We here for you. For the IWC, the Internet Wrestling Community. We killing it. We all here together. Having a blast. Watching WWE. Watching pro wrestling. Watching it all. Interacting with all of you.
It's a beautiful thing. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. Nothing but a good time. So stay tuned. It's coming up. We'll be back again soon to talk WWE, baby. And once again, that's pretty deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.